Hey guys, it's JW, and back at the elementary school, my usual spot. Got a few minutes, thought I'd jump on. It's been very quiet last couple of days, almost zero traffic. And, this is usually a very busy road, except for the pickups at school traffic, which backs up a little bit and then straightens out fine, since I've been keeping my nose out of it. But the traffic going toward New Hampshire is very, very light lately. And I have no idea why. It's always been fairly active this time of day. But, I know Halloween is tomorrow. And so some people would call it a holiday week. I never knew that Halloween was a holiday. I don't believe it is a holiday. At least not in my lifetime, it's never been a holiday, but I hear a lot of people referring to it as a holiday. I was listening to a talk show on the radio the other day, and somebody said, yeah, we're going to be away for the holiday week, and the host of the show said, oh, for Thanksgiving? And she goes, no, for Halloween week. And I'm thinking, wow, I never considered it a holiday. I guess you could consider it a satanic holiday, maybe. It is kind of a satanic type day, in my opinion. People dressing up as ghouls and witches and devils. To be honest with you, when I was a kid, I grew up in the inner city in Boston. It's a place called South Boston. And Halloween, I never liked it. I had a younger brother and an older sister. My sister was tough as nails. She didn't need any protection or anything. But my younger brother, he was 3 years younger than me. And I always remember Halloweens as me having to get in fights and stuff with other bigger kids who were taking his candy away from him. And that's what they did back then, Growing up in the city, for those, I'm sure some of you on the channel have grown up in the inner city. And you know what I'm referring to. It can be a tough atmosphere, and it's just a bunch of, when you have a bunch of people, young people, out roaming the sidewalks with bags going for the candy. It's okay in the suburbs, but when you're in the city, it's there's a lot of how do I want to say this without offending anybody? But there are a lot of people out there who are up to no good. They're looking to prey on someone. Whether it's for money, they'll go for the candy. They don't care. And so it turns out one guy had a bit of a fight with a little boxing match. He was a pretty good boxer too, unfortunately for me. But I had a fight with him. He took my brother's candy bag and he's laughing about it. My brother started crying. And we had a little beef. And about 4 or 5 years later, I ended up hanging around with him He hung around on what was referred to in the city as our corner. Everyone hung around on the corner. There was different corners a block apart, and if somebody asked you, where do you hang? You'd say, oh, I hang on L and East 7th Street, which was the corner I hung on. And so it was a different times. And so anyway, I don't have great memories of Halloween, to be honest with you. Now, when I moved out to the suburbs and I took my daughter around with the kid next door, it was different. It was still not my favorite day, but, it was different. When you got a kid and they're dressed up. We always dressed up our daughter. My mother-in-law would make her a costume, and it was usually like a clown or a princess, or I don't ever remember any kind of ghoulish costume, like a witch or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. It's not, to me, it's not an enjoyable holiday. That's all I can say. And adults, they still invite me to their Halloween parties. I'm 79 years old. I'm going to dress up. Come on. I didn't go when I was younger. So these are friends, that I haven't seen in years, but every once in a while I'll get an invite to this Halloween party they have. And, and they're like children. I mean, really, it's like, jeepers, man, am I going to dress up in a costume? But people do what people do, huh? And, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's fun. And do what you want. But it's not my cup of tea. And I really believe that it is somewhat of a satanic holiday. I believe the original Halloween was actually started in Ireland. At least that's what my grandfather told me. But it was a little bit different. I don't think they went out for candy. I forget. He told me that it was more of a Saints' Day. They would pray to the saints because the day after, which makes sense, the day after Halloween is November 1st, which is All Saints' Day. So it was some sort of a All Saints' Eve or something, and they turned it into Hallow Eve or Halloween. And, I remember he explained it to me, and I was real young at the time. And I don't remember all the details, but I'll probably have to Google that at some point and check it out. But I'm sure you're waiting with bated breath for me to report on that. But anyway, have a great day. And if you choose to celebrate Halloween tomorrow, if I don't talk to you before then, I do hope you have a good Halloween and enjoy it. Anyway, take care. This is JW signing off.